Thank you very much. Appreciate everyone coming out this evening. My name is Les Wormuth. I've been town justice longer than I care to admit for a lot of people, but I'm on my 7th term. I do carry a little bit of experience with this job, and I want to talk about some of those things over the years and what we do in justice court, because to be honest with you, I don't get to talk about it a whole lot. One of the duties of justice court is immediate arraignments, and what people don't realize how many in Halfmoon that we actually cover. Typically in a year's time, I do 70 to 100 arraignments. Many of them are in the middle of the night, but the thing about arraignments, you're out doing the order protections, the arrest warrants, the bench warrants. But what I really feel strong about it is really a protection of our community, taking care of the difficulties and the problems that go on in our community that unfortunately that somebody has to deal with. And having somebody available on a 24-hour basis is a big part of that job. And that's one of the things that I'm proud of what I've done over the course of many years here. And it's a big part of Halfmoon. And putting that together with also that hopefully in the near future I will be more available during the daytime, and I'm looking forward to having that opportunity. Also, one of the things that's really big with me is restitution for victims of crimes. I talk about that all the time. I've been doing it for a long time, been keeping track of it, and last year I passed the $500,000 mark. Currently I have over $525,000 worth of restitution ordered and paid through the court, and it's kind of a nice thing. I don't care if it's your mailbox or maybe it's stewards losing gas or an assault, but getting that check in the mail and opening it up is a great thing to have. It just says our justice system is working, and that's something that I'm very proud of. Another thing that I'm big on is called the Victim Impact Panel. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but any alcohol-related offenses here in Halfmoon, the defendant is sentenced to attend a one-night Victim Impact Panel. It is people that have been affected severely in the loss of a child or a loved one or a family member or severely injured. And you sit down for an hour and a half, 2 hours, listening to these people's stories and tales. It is one of the best things you can possibly do in justice court, having the sobering effect of what goes on in our world for one day's mistake or one night's mistake, showing what happened. We've had enough of those in Halfmoon. And we have a current right now at 88, just so you know that I have the distinction, and I'm not proud of it, but a long time ago, one of my first DWIs was a young woman, got killed right here on Route 9, right by Stone Quarry Road, very tragic thing, 19 years old. And years later, I met her brother. He's now a district attorney to Saratoga County, and he is prosecuting DWI. So that's kind of the things while the world ties together and comes together. But send those people to that Victim Impact Panel, makes everything. And the other things, I always have that list the next day. I always have a list of who attends. We check it to make sure everybody was there. The other thing that we do a lot of, and has been doing for a long time, is the drug and alcohol counseling. And I talk to people. I do it all the time. We send them to get the evaluation. They may have 10 weeks of treatment, maybe in-house, or it could be any number of things. But what I find is hard is how do you measure the success of that? What is the impact on our society? How are we helping our town? And just a while back, I had a really nice story happen to me. It made my day beyond belief. I was at a parts center getting a little part from my lawnmower. And the guy at the counter was very polite, young man. And he'd get the part from the little cable, and he looks up and he said, "Do you remember me?" I said, "Oh, no." It's like, yo, what I got coming now? And I do 3,000, 4,000 cases a year. It's hard to remember people. And he said, "Thank you." And I said, "Oh, it's getting better." "Well, can I ask you why?" And he tells me, his 9-year-old son is doing great. He has custody. He's been alcohol-free for 2 years, he said, and it's all because I sent him to a class. And so those are the stories I'd like to hear. And what we do in justice court makes a difference in people's lives. What's new in justice court is always changing. Currently, we have a little thing going on with our justice court officers, thank you. The DNA testing is a big deal in our society now. And chasing people to get that done after misdemeanor convictions takes a lot of time. And all 4 court officers now are certified and trained. We do it right during court. They do the testing, we send it in, and it's done and over with. They don't have to worry about probation, state police, sheriff department chasing these people down, wasting their time trying to get this all done and put together. It's a big benefit. And I'm running out of time, but the last thing I want to tell you, the most important function of justice court is for judges to listen, hear what's being said, listen to everything being said. And that's what I promise people. It's what I've been doing for a long time. And at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, they may lose or win. It doesn't, and that's what part of judgment is. But having the chance to be heard is the most important thing in justice court. And last, I want to ask people that on November 5th, if you please come out and vote. I appreciate your support and help, and look forward to election day. Thank you very much.